Welcome to Fuck Your Feelings Friday, hosted by Big Boy. Today's special guest is DeAndre Dunn. Special thank you to our sponsors, Big Boy Entertainment and T-Town Financial Services.
Welcome to the first episode of Fuck Your Feelings Friday on Evan Vision Television. I got my brother DeAndre Dunn in the building with me today. And we're going to have a discussion on the absence of fathers in the household. How you doing, Mr. DeAndre?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right, man. We out of our regular atmosphere, man. No paint, the shop. So, we're going to start off today on, we all know the violence going on around the world, not just our city. And in my opinion, I believe it has a lot to do with the absence of fathers in the household, especially in our community. What's your opinion on that?
I feel the same way. And really, it's more so even with the fathers that are there, still absent. And what I mean by that is, even the fathers that are present, we aren't educated enough to be able to head household in the manner that we should to get the results that we need to get.
Kind of like when we was growing up, I didn't really have a strong father in the house or father in the house, but I had a strong grandfather that played an important role in my life, which I think kids nowadays don't have no respect because they're not being taught respect. So I had a grandfather that taught me respect. So in the essence of you saying that we got fathers in the household, but their absence is that they're providing for their family, but they're not providing knowledge for the family. That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a lot of, I say this a lot, and this is what's happening with a lot of us, even like I said, with the fathers who are absent out of the home, and even with the fathers who are present yet absent. How can you be, and this is what I like to say all the time, how can you properly be what you can't properly define and what you've never seen?
That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep right there.
That's a lot of what we dealing with. Because most men, you sit down and talk to them, one of the things that we say out of our mouth is you gonna respect me as a man. You don't disrespect a man. We say that about our women, we say that about our children, we say that about the community, we say that in places of business. But you ask most males to define what a man is, and their definition will be 9,000 miles away from what a man is. What's his role? What's his responsibility? What's his duty? What's his position in the house? So if you can't properly define what a man is, you don't have the power or the ability to really demand with your person what you should get from your wife, what you should get from your children, what you should get from the community, what you should get in places of business or doing business.
Yeah.
Because you're not presenting yourself like that, because you don't even know what it is and how to define it. That's one of the biggest things I think is wrong with us. We are trying to be what we have never seen.
Yeah. Because in time, as time has progressed, we have fallen way short of what men are supposed to be. But I think it's because so many people politically and religion and it's got it so screwed up to we don't, as you would always tell me, go back to the basics.
Yeah.
So what would be? It's gonna be a million different meanings of what a man is to each different person.
Mm-hmm.
You've taught me that no matter who you ask, it's gonna always be a different answer.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to know, being that you're my mentor, I would like to know what would you consider your definition of a man?
The definition that I've learned of what a man is, the basic way to say it is, a man is a maintainer, he's a protector, he's a provider. And that's on more than one level. That's mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally. You see what I'm saying? It's on more than one level of being a maintainer, a protector, and a provider. And each one of those words has so much inside of it for us to abstract. And I just use the word maintainer as an example. If as a man I'm a maintainer, that means somewhat that I'm a maintenance. I gotta keep up the maintenance.
True.
If I'm to keep up the maintenance, if I was the maintenance man of this building, in order for me to be an effective maintenance man, I need to know something about the plumbing. I need to know something about the electricity. I need to know something about ceilings, roofs. So when something's going wrong in the house or with the building, then I know where to go start and look to start troubleshooting. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the same thing with a woman and a household. We don't know the definition of a woman. We don't know her nature. We don't know the things that when something is wrong, if I'm the maintainer of her, I'm to keep up the maintenance. It ain't just keeping her nails and hair did. You see what I'm saying? I got to keep her maintenance up mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So when she's going through something, I got to know something about the plumbing.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And not just to have sex and to produce a child or to have pleasure. You see what I'm saying? I need to even know about her menstrual cycle. You see what I'm saying? If I'm going to be her maintenance, because when she's going through that stage, she's in a state of discomfort. When she's in a state of discomfort, she might don't need me to do nothing but just lay beside her and rub her stomach because she's cramping. You see what I'm saying? That's not the time for me to try to instill rules and regulations in the house when she's at a state of discomfort.
True.
Women go through different stages every month. They don't even understand. You see what I'm saying? When she's going through that stage, as a man, as a maintainer, I got to be able to recognize that stage that she's in and then accommodate her in that state. You see what I'm saying? Say, for instance, because like I said, during the menstrual cycle, she's agitated. That's not a time. It's going to be a time when she's inquisitive. She's going to ask questions. It's going to be a time of the month where she's challenging. She don't understand, but it's something in her nature. When she's challenging you, it's not that she's trying to be disrespectful or your authority in the house. It's something in her nature that is challenging the man in you to see if you still worthy of her to submit her whole self to you. So when she's challenging, most time we don't know what's going on and we don't know how to handle it, and we turn from it and we go to work and have a conversation with each other. Like, man, I don't know. Every time, it's something different every week, man. I'm talking about she be tripping. You can't please her. 1 week she like this, the next day she like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's something that, as if you the king, if you the head of the household, if you the maintainer, when she's in a state, you got to know how to deal with her. You see what I'm saying? You got to know when to teach, when not to teach. You see what I'm saying? Because when she's inquisitive, that's the time for you to teach. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty big.
But it's a, like I said, it's a whole lot to it, man.
Yeah.
We, at best, the best among us, the best men among us, including myself, are way away from what a man should be.
Yeah, and falling short. How about, you touched on maintenance of the females, your wife, your kids' mothers. What's your opinion on, because I got a lot of friends that's got kids by women that are very strong. You know, you hear them say they had a baby mama drama and all that good stuff, where the mothers feel that they can play the father's role as well as the mother's role. Like, we just had Father's Day, and you seen all the little, I get a Father's Day gift too because she was a mother. What's your opinion on that? Because I think the females that want to be the strong females, so to speak, are also posing a problem with, because I don't think, no matter how strong and how equal rights it is, I don't think a female can raise a man to be a man. They can raise a respectable child and they can raise a kid, but the importance of a father in their life. What's your opinion on that? Because you know we have that a lot.
To me, it's the same as it is with the man. You have situations and circumstances like that, because the woman, in essence, is just like the man in being uneducated on who she is. What's her role? What's her aim and purpose? What's her duty? You see what I'm saying?
So back to the basics.
So it's back to the basics. It's the same thing. You hear women say, well, I know I'm a good woman. I need a good man. So you ask them the same question. What's your definition of a woman? And it'll be 9,000 miles away from what a woman really is, what's her aim and purpose, and what's her duty. You see what I'm saying? And why are you even called woman? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when dealing with that, a woman, the W-O in the word woman stands for womb. And then of man. She is the womb of man, not as a sex object, but she is the womb of man, because it is through her that we are able to walk into the future. That's what the name woman. Most women don't know that. You see what I'm saying? They don't know what the definition, what's her aim and purpose and her duty either. You see what I'm saying? And she could never be a man. She can never do the duty of a man. She can do good at best. At best, she can be a woman of God and be that to the child. She can never be a man. But society have made her to believe that she can.
Yeah.
And have made her to believe, a lot of them, that they don't even need a man. You see what I'm saying? And you hear a lot of women, and I believe in speaking straight words.
Yeah.
Today, what we need, when speaking truth, feelings can't even be considered.
Yeah, you got to count.
We don't have enough time to be dealing with feelings with the condition that we in as a people. So you hear a lot of strong black women will say, where are the men? We've been carrying the men. If it weren't for us, this, that. Okay, well, you're right. So you have been carrying. You have been head of household. You have, but in truth, if you're going to take that weight on your shoulder, then look at the condition of the community. Now. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to take on that responsibility, look at the condition of our youth.
So the product that we've produced over these last few generations of the strong black woman
is a result of not being in accordance with how things set up. And we got to go back to God. You know, you can't have these conversations without talking about God. Like we was talking about at the shop the other day. If you had a bicycle right now, and this is one of the store. If you have a bicycle right now, we'll go get the bike out the store, in the box, open the box, take all the parts out,
and look at that picture.
And look at the picture on the box and put the instruction manual over to the side. and try to put the bike together.
True.
Then the bike ain't gonna work right. It gonna have parts. You have parts left over.
Screws.
You get the child out there. Some ain't working right on the bike because you put the person who designed the bike gave instructions, told you every tool you need to make this happen. You need a screwdriver. You need some vice grips. You need Allen wrench. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Then it'll lay it out and tell you these are all the parts that should be in the box.
True.
If it's not all of this in the box, if it's not in the box, the bike is not gonna come out right. Put it back and return it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so we'll put the bike together trying to look at the picture because of pride, because we think we know.
Yeah.
Not the originator, not the creator, not the designer of the bike, but we think we know. So we'll put the bike together if we look at the picture. I'm gonna say that if we look at the picture. Okay, when the bike don't turn out right, it's not functioning right, we'll bring it back in.
Look at that same picture.
Look at the same picture instruction manual either in the garbage or still to the side in the box. Pride still because we think we know. But if you want the bike to be right, you got to pull it out, get the instruction manual, and follow the instruction to the letter.
Step for step.
Step for step. Same thing it is with man, woman, child. You see what I'm saying? God said, the creator, the originator, him who created man and woman, he said, God the head of man, man the head of woman, man and woman the head of child. That's how it goes. You see what I'm saying? He told them to be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. He gave instructions on how this thing is supposed to go. But we'll take the Bible
and use what we want.
We'll take the Bible and put it to the side and try to put the family together and run the household our way, and then we wonder why things turning out the way they turning out. Missing parts.
Skipping steps.
I don't need no man. Or I don't need no one. Missing parts. That ain't how God set it up. Yep. You see what I'm saying? Which if you look at the Bible and break I like to break the word Bible down like this. Basic instructions before leaving earth. Not leaving the earth going up in the sky somewhere, but leaving your earthly life, meaning the ways of the world. If you want to come up out of this condition, you got to go back to the basics.
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics. You got to have all the ingredients, all the parts. You see what I'm saying? All the tools.
Yeah.
And like I said, like ragu, it's in there. It's in there. But our pride, we want to put the instruction manual to the side and do it on our own and think you don't need this. Just like old jackleg mechanic will tell you, you don't need this, you ain't got to put that back on there. The designer put it on there for a particular reason. So what you mean I don't need it? No, I'll put that back on my car.
Yeah.
But that's what we doing with relationship, with marriage. You know, I done lived on both sides. I understand a lot of why God said don't do this and do that. Why this should be like this and why it shouldn't be that. I done walked over into a lot of it and I was like, wow.
And look back on your life and
look back on your life and see. You see what I'm saying? And as men, man, we're afraid. We're afraid of these conversations. You know.
Yeah.
We're afraid of these conversations, and we're afraid to be who God created us to be. I'm talking about on more than one level. I'm talking about the dope boy. I'm talking about that thug. I'm talking about that religious man. I'm talking about all the way down pastors, ministers, rabbis, all scared. Scared to be head of household. They scared to have this conversation and put things in perspective the way they should be. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of also, I'm gonna tell you a word we scared of. I'm gonna tell you what. We scared of that word too.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you a word we scared of. Women don't like it, and men scared to use it. Control.
Yeah.
But if you go and look up the definition, Google the definition of control. I ain't talking about the extreme of control. See, this going back to what we was talking about earlier about being a maintainer, a protector, and provider. You can't protect what you can't control, and I would dare anybody to refute that with truth and facts. You cannot protect what you can't control. And when I say control, I'm talking about the proper definition of the word control.
And what would be the problem?
Let's Google it. Because I want to be right and I want to be exact. I'm finna get the definition of control.
I would ask my cameraman. He's so educated.
Think about driving a car. How can you protect the family in the car if you ain't got control of the car?
Control. The power to influence or direct people's behavior or the course of events. That's your duty.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I can't protect. If I can't tell my daughter, no, that's too tight, that's too revealing. You can't wear that out the house. I can't protect her. My protection for my daughter starts in my house. You see what I'm saying? Because we know what's going on in the world. You got what's going on now. You got sex trafficking. You got the old men standing out in front of the Arab stores, sweating our daughters before they go to school, like they out there drinking coffee and having conversation. You see what I'm saying? You got the Arabs in the stores and how they treat our women and how they treat our children. You see what I'm saying? So you got the stalkers, you not the sex trafficking, not just the sex trafficking, the local sex offenders. You see what I'm saying? But we allow our children, our women, and our daughters to leave the house
in a provocative
way where we're asking for it. And we'll let our women say, well, I should be able to go out the house with what I want them got on. A man can't tell me nothing. You can't protect what you can't control. How can I protect my wife if I can't be the influence?
Yes.
On what she, cause I ain't going out. When I leave my house, I'm representing not just me, but I'm representing my whole household, my wife and everything. You see what I'm saying? I ain't finna leave out the house with some tight pants on with all my stuff showing. You see what I'm saying? She don't want me walking out the house with an old dog on. I can't stand in the door with an old dog on.
Yeah.
My wife be like, what you doing in that door like that? And guess what? That's not the extreme of control. That's me being respectful.
Yeah, respect. Respect is the key word in everything. You gotta have respect. You gotta show respect in order to get respect.
And so this is part of the men being a man in the household, the absence of a man. You see what I'm saying? Because that, even if you in the mall with your wife and she trying to pick out some of that skimpy stuff for your daughter, but you scared to say something. Or when you say something, you're gonna let her say, well, leave that girl alone. Yeah. We ain't that's that old folk stuff. We ain't in that time no more. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I was meaning by a man, even with one being there, he absent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because in truth, like I said, feelings can't be considered, and they got to get back to this. And this is not making women slaves or she can't say nothing, because in the household, a man is supposed to be the final authority. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Now with that, I'm saying that we make decisions together. You see what I'm saying? But if the decision, what she wants to do, is not in accordance with that what God have us to do, because I got to be knowledgeable of his way. You see what I'm saying? Then I have the authority to pull ranks and then say, no, we ain't gonna do that. That's not best for the house. That's not best for our future. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We make decisions together. We come together with her and me. We sit down and make decisions together. But I have the authority to pull ranks if it ain't right. We scared of that. We scared of that, and the women ain't going for it, and they'll tell you they ain't going for it. You see what I'm saying? So we find ourselves, because we can't out-talk them, and because we can't out-think them, because we are not more knowledgeable than they are. You see what I'm saying? We every time they say something, we get quieter and quieter until you don't say nothing no more.
And then the first thing you said, I'm just cutting down on the argument.
Yeah, I'm just man, you better leave her alone. When I talk like this, in the presence of me, that's what they say, man, you listen to DeAndre if you want to, you're gonna get yourself put out. That's a mistake. That is right there. That's why we get so quiet. Because most time, this is what we have to give our young boys. what we didn't get coming up. I put a post up about this on Facebook, and I asked the question, what are the basics that we need?
What would you think some of the solutions are, as far as, like, you said that presence of fathers but absence of them at the same time. What are some of your solutions that you think that we as fathers, me myself, can do to better my role in my household?
Solution. I think the solution to the problem is first educating yourself. We have to humble ourselves and admit first that we don't know.
Yeah, that's
and we have to go back again to the basics and try to give those tools to our children, our young men, the tools that we didn't have.
Yeah.
That give them a better opportunity to be a better man, because that's what a father's supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? As a father, if right now I had a rock and I throw the rock and it went a certain distance, and then you came and you picked the rock up and you throw it further, then you took that to another level. Took it to another distance. That's what we're supposed to do with our children. You see what I'm saying? Well, where we go to, where we stop at,
they need to grow.
Then we supposed to give our children, our young boys, the necessary tools to go farther or further than we went.
Yeah.
So we said that the basis of it is knowledge. You know, we give them a better start in a relationship, in a marriage than we had. And what eliminate, it's not going to eliminate all problems, because we're going to have problems. You're going to have problems with raising children. You're going to have problems in your marriage. But what lessen a lot of it is, we got to begin to teach our young boys this. Before you even begin to think about a family, producing children, you need to have some certain tools in your toolbox. And that is, first, you need to have gainful employment. And when I say, I ain't talking about just a job. I'm talking about, when I say gainful employment, a job that has a future.
Yes.
That can give you a future and allow you to live a little comfortable. He should have gainful employment. He should have a vision. You see what I'm saying? He should have dependable transportation. And he should have an account, money saved up, and he needs to have his own place. That's how it's supposed to be. Then he begins to go out and look for a woman with like mind and vision, who shares some of the same, shares that same vision, and then they have to court. Now this is the part that we don't like too. Now we talking about solutions, and the solution ain't never easy. It's like castor oil.
It don't land.
You might not like the way it tastes in your mouth, but it do the job. So before sex even comes into place, you should be courting and learning each other to see if you are of like mind. And then when you find that this is someone that can fulfill her role, you see what I'm saying? Now, going back to the basics, what is her role? And we have to teach them this. When God created the man, the first thing that he gave the man, it said, with power and dominion over the fowl of the air, fish of the sea, and every creeping thing that creepeth on the face of the earth. Then he gave the man instructions and a duty. After that, then he seen that the man was alone. Then he said, he created for the man a woman as a help meet. M-E-E-T. not M-E-A-T. We've turned her into a help meet, meaning that she's a piece of meat to us. But she's a help meet. So the woman that he finds and chooses to bring into his place, because that's the order thing. He's supposed to bring her into his place. Once he finds the one to bring him into his place, she has to be one of like mind that has the ability to help him meet the opposition, to meet his goals, to meet the vision, to bring this thing into fruition. But that we ain't know that. She fine.
That's all
She's sexy. She know how to season some meat. She know how to cook. You see what I'm saying? But now we find ourselves like, man, she don't support me, and then I do. She finds herself saying that you don't support her, and because we ain't had a basic. We don't even know the art of choosing a mate. So the solution to me is going back to the basics and showing them how to start the relationship. You see what I'm saying?
So a lot of times we mess up from the jump right
we
from
mess
the
up
beginning.
from the beginning.
Right.
Because we get involved in emotions and in feelings. You see what I'm saying? We got to go back to God. See, when I grow up, guess who I'm supposed to be, man?
What was that?
God.
Because he made us all in his image.
I'm in his image. If God is my father, then who am I supposed to grow up to be? God is force and power. You see what I'm saying? So the scripture say, yeah, all God's children are the most high God. That's with a little g. But you still have power to overcome anything, and you have the ability to will anything into existence that you can conceive in your mind. That's the solution, to teach our children that. So that our children don't believe they can do a lot of stuff. I can't do that. This ain't gonna never happen. Black folks ain't gonna never come together. This, that, and other. Mindset. But we wasn't taught that. But we got to go get that and then give it to them, and it'll solve a whole lot of problems. Because sex before marriage, that's a topic we don't like to talk about that, because so much stuff is going on, and we scared to speak on this too in the gay community. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We scared to speak on that because they'll jump on you. You see what I'm saying? But if I would have been taught the value of no sex before marriage, and I know that sound crazy in this generation. Yeah. And you can forget that. Yeah, that's why we can forget a future. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't want to deal with the basics. No, I'm talking about solution. Because if I would have knew the value of that and the whys and the why nots, then I wouldn't have children at this house and that house and that house. We want our children to be able to be better, because it's some men out here got some good jobs, but they got children spread and they good fathers. But their money spread so thin, it's hard for them to be what they supposed to be financially. You see what I'm saying? And they start and once you be in that situation, the woman most time now is the breadwinner in the house, the head of the household, on everything. And it's hard for you to tell. Well, how you gonna tell her what to do when you at her house? See, now this I'm showing you the solution. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because when you come into her house, that's not the natural order thing.
Yeah. So it's throwed off balance right
It's throwed off balance right then, and it takes a special type of woman. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it takes a special type of woman to be able to let a man be a man in her house, to be the final authority in her house. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you teach the young men to get their own, now it's not to say that he rules the house with an iron fist, yeah, but he can walk heavy. He can walk heavy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. He can make decisions, and without the fear of, well, if you're gonna be talking, we're gonna have to do that, then you can go. You can get your stuff. You can get out. Yeah. This my house. You can't go in the refrigerator when you want to. You see what I'm saying? And it sound crazy, but this is how most household run.
That is true. I know how.
But then we wondering what a man. So it goes back to what we were saying on the break. And women have to understand this: if you kill the man in your man, what's left for you to love? But it takes a special type of woman to help build a man. Not saying you got to raise him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But when she understands her role, he understands his role. We teach this to our children. They have a better chance at not getting a divorce because they know now how to choose a mate, how to head the household. You see what I'm saying? How to control the environment without going to the extreme of that word control. You see what I'm saying? And putting things in the natural order that God set it up.
So in all, we got to build a strong foundation.
Got to build a strong foundation, and you got to go by the blueprint. We are insane thinking that we can outthink God, and that's what we do. We try to push God out the equation and do it our way and want it to come out right.
And there ain't no way.
It ain't gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? So God really is the solution, and that's who I supposed to be. That's who you supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? And when the scripture said God is what? God is love. We say ain't no love in the world no more. God is love. In mathematics, the is replaced with the equal sign. So God is love. Love is God. God equals love. Now, is love an emotion? Is God an emotion? God don't even deal in emotion. But men do. That's another mistake we make. But that's come back to not knowing who we are. Teaching our children that. We make emotional decisions. God, when he makes a decision, his decision is based on reason and for the total sum of all. And it's found. So the solution is going back to the basics.
Going back to the basics.
Educating, knowing who you are, knowing what's your aim and purpose. Doing things right, exact, and in order to the letter. Otherwise, it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. I want to thank y'all for tuning in today. I want to thank you, Mr. DeAndre X. We appreciate all the views and all that good stuff. Once again, this is Evan Vision Television. Fuck Your Feeling Friday. FYFF. Appreciate everybody. We out of here.